Okay, so we're going to start by plugging this number into the equation h of x. So you have h of x equals square root of 12 minus 3 times this number, negative 8108, and that's all over 3. So then, when you combine negative 3 and negative 8108, you get 12 minus 20. Actually, this is a negative times a negative, so it's plus 24,324 all over 3. Then, when you combine that, you get 24,336 over 3. And when you take the square root of that number, you get 156 over 3. So you get 52. So now you're going to take that 52 and plug it into this second h of x, which is the same equation. So now you have h of x equals square root 12 minus 3 times 52 all over 3. So you have square root of 12 minus 156, which is the same as negative 144 over 3. So when you take the square root of negative 144, you get 12i over 3, or 4i. So now you have 4i, and you're going to plug that into this equation j. So you have 3x squared minus 8, but you're going to plug in, for x, you're going to plug in that 4i. So 3 times 4i squared minus 8. And when you square it, that's 3 times, well, you know I squared is a negative 1, and 4 squared is 16. So you have negative 16 minus 8. This is negative 48 minus 8. So that's a negative 56. And this is all over 8, by the way. You have negative 56 over 8. So the answer to this problem is negative 7. Now, for 2.1b, what you're going to do is when you have it to the negative 1, it just means that you switch the x and y's. So for the equation g of x, you're going to make, since g of x stands for y, you're going to make that x equals the fourth root of 13y plus 3 minus 1 all over 4. And that gives you, you're going to multiply by 4, so that gives you 4x. You're going to add 1, you get 4x plus 1 equals fourth root 13y plus 3. You're going to put them both to the fourth power to get rid of that root 4. And this gives you 4x plus 1 to the fourth equals 13y plus 3. So now you're going to subtract 3 and divide by 13. So minus 3 divided by 13. You have 4x plus 1 to the fourth minus 3 all over 13. And then you have, that's what y equals. But now you have to plug in negative 1. So if you plug in negative 1, you have 4 times negative 1 plus 1 to the fourth minus 3 over 13. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3 to the fourth power. So when you get negative 3 to the fourth, you get a positive 81 minus 3 over 13. 81 minus 3 is 78 over 13. So that means that your final answer is y equals 6. And then for C, you're going to plug in 53 for the j of x. So 53 is equal to this equation, 3x squared minus 8 over 8. So the first thing you do is multiply by 8. So times 8, you get, where'd it go? Oh, 424 equals 3x squared minus 8. You add 8 to both sides. You get 432 equals 3x squared. Divide by 3. Sorry. And so now that gives you 144 equals x squared. And then you square root them both. And so now you get x equals 12. And then d. So for d, you have to look back at the f of x equation. That's right here. And what you're going to do is plug in x plus h for everywhere there's an x, and then you're going to subtract that and plug in x for the same thing in the equation. So if it looks like this. 3x plus h squared minus 2x plus h minus 1 minus 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. So if you FOIL x plus h times x plus h, it gives you x squared plus 2xh and then that's a plus h squared, and then you multiply that by 3, so you have 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 2x minus 2h minus 1 minus 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. And then you can look to combine anything or cancel anything. So 3x squared cancels with the negative 3x squared. You're left with negative 2x, negative 2x. Okay, nothing else cancels. So you have a 6xh. That's it for that. You have a 3h squared. Negative 2x minus 2x. That's a negative 4x. Oh, shoot. Actually, that's wrong. These 2x cancel because there's a big negative right here. So that makes this plus negative 2x. So those cancel. So you still have 6xh plus 3h squared. And then you have negative 1, negative 1. Those cancel actually. And so you just have minus 2h. You can take an h out of all of these. You get 6x plus 3h minus 2. And that's your final answer.